Hi, friends. Matt Noyce, 1 degree outside Weather Network. Good to be with you. Floating head today. That's because normally we're up in front of the green screen, but we had a live stream earlier today, just testing out the live stream for severe weather coverage and all that. And it was all right. It's it's kind of kicking the tires, seeing how the new technology is going to work in a live stream circumstance for when we really get into the bigger severe weather. So I didn't feel like setting the whole green screen up again. So you get me as a head. Here we go as we go on through tomorrow. Expect to find what will end up being still a pretty stiff breeze, but it starts coming out of the north instead of out of the east and northeast. So that's some improvement anyway in that regard. I do think there's going to be a couple of showers that'll be around, but not a lot in the way of rain. The bigger thing, of course, for a lot of you is the waves. Waves are going to be on the order of 4 to 6 feet over the eastern waters. In fact, when you get up by Nova Scotia, about 5 to 7, 5 to 8 feet, and then close into the main shore, they actually start to quiet down just a little bit. In terms of the closer view around the south coast, you can see we've got about 2 to 3 foot seas for tomorrow. Wave period about 6 to 8 seconds, a little bit longer period when you get on the outside of Cape Cod. There's that wind steady about 10 to 15 knots along Stellwagen running up through Cape Ann, and then that's the case all the way up to the Isle of Shoals for that matter as well. Of course, get a bit of a wind wave to go along with that too. It's 2 to 4 when you're close to shore. It's 2 feet when you get around Boston Harbor. When you start heading out over the water, it's a little bit bigger as we looked at. Friday, you know what? This has been a day that's changed a little bit. It still looks like there'll be showers and some onshore wind, and really that's the part that matters. The part that's changed is not quite as much in the way of widespread rain, but there will be showers around. Nonetheless, having that onshore wind throughout gives you wind waves about 3 to 5 feet, pretty much up and down the seaboard for us. When you get out to the Scotian shelf and Scotian slopes, it's more like a 5 to 7 or 5 to 8 foot sea. We into the upcoming weekend, and the waves stay big out by Nova Scotia, at least relative to what they'll be here at home. You still have about a 3 to 5 foot sea here at home. You've still got a bit of an onshore fetch. You've got a northeasterly wind that'll be kicking on Saturday, keeping it cool. But notice it's only about 4 to 14 knots. So certainly things could be worse. It's going to die down a little bit for us Saturday. Then by Sunday, actually the wind does start to kick up a little bit more again, and that builds the seas a little bit more. Now you get about a 5 to 6 foot sea on the eastern waters, a little bit less when you get into the protected areas that are a little bit closer to shore, particularly at the south coast. So that's the way things are looking for now. Of course, we'll continue to keep you updated. You can find the daily updates, 1degreeoutside.com. Always looking for you. We'll be back with you again early tomorrow morning.